to them, folks. Hello there, and welcome back to some more Super Robot Wars. T? T? Yeah, I believe we're on T now. I know I have this conversation every time I start. It is that time again. So how are you all today? It's been 3 days for me, I think. Yeah. Easter was the day before, so I had to do some stuff over the weekend. But we're back now. I'm gonna hold off on customization. I know I should be doing it like as soon as it's available because it helps a lot. But I'm kind of in the point in my mind where I have to figure out, well, except for the Eldorosol and Might Gain, but I have to figure out if the Swordfish, or if I want to go like Zeta or Mark II. Plus, we're about to get enough money, assuming we get the SR point, that it won't really matter. But yeah. Besides that, we did the side plan, yeah? Yeah, we did that. We did suborters. So, we're actually about to do the plot split. I don't know which one goes where in this one. I haven't played it yet. So I'll probably just pick one at random and then I'll play the other one as well. And I'll decide which one's canon afterwards. It's usually how it goes. So I'm going to try at least to get maybe an episode or two of this done today, and then I'll finish it up, and then possibly I might double up on episodes next week so we get the 5 done as well, along with the submissions. Maybe not, I haven't decided. Honestly, it depends on how much time I have to record this week. I also have supporters, which... oh yeah, she had something really useful. And as soon as Akito comes back, we'll get some more people, I think. Well, Akito and Harlock. Londo Bell be in the Force, created after the Titans, to hunt down Neo-Zeon remnants after the Second Neo-Zeon War. It would eventually be dissolved in, I think, 1020 UC, after a certain incident and Anaheim falling apart, and the League Millionaire would be created. That's from Victory, though, so I don't think this game considers Victory a thing. But weirdly enough, the Londo Bell was only around the Earth sphere, not around Mars or any of the colonies. They still followed the AUG, even till long after the war. So you get stuff like the AUG had dissolved 30 years ago, but people are still part of the AUG. It's weird. I love how they include Eldora and the Black Might Gang. The choice is yours. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys here. I think I'm gonna go with the space team because it's more Gundam focused. Though the Earth team is probably gonna be more fun. That's usually how it goes. So I'm gonna do the space team first. We'll finish up the space team this week. And then we'll do the Earth team next week, most likely. And then after I'm finished with the two, I'll decide which one's canon. That work? I love how the pirates are joining Londo Bell. It's fucking backwards, man. Yep. Yep, so we got Toizo, Sagiri, and then them 5. I imagine we'll be fighting more Neo-Zeon stuff then. But yeah, you'll notice it goes back to just being us. That's why I kind of tried to avoid doing stuff. Oh, I like how Domon left us. That's interesting. It's perfect then, the Tenrado. I mean, I'm waiting for us to perfect the Tornado so we get that bonuses and all that junk. So we should get a mid-season upgrade at some point, I think. I'm pretty sure the main character gets one of those. That's our father, if you remember correctly. That's a wee bit weird. Just a little bit. I mean, it's the only ones we get a choice to do, so why not? I mean, I know that includes fall, but fuck it. And I prefer the money over anything, so... Yay! Soligary's at 37, Kincaid's at 35, Judao and Toby are at 30, and then Fall's at 13. I'm imagining Fall found, like, some beat up, like, leftover Neo Zeon mobile suits and just kind of shot them a couple of times, like, look, I killed a thing! Not like she actually killed a thing, just saying she did. I really want to upgrade one of these, because I know if I upgrade the Methus, it's going to be either something stupid like, oh, hey, we get an extra attack range. Or, like, I don't know, a repair kit. I'm honestly thinking the Mark II is going to be like the VSBR with the F91. And we're going to get damage for the long rifle. And then, I'm not quite sure about the Zeta. Maybe we'll get biosensor? I don't think it has that. No, it doesn't. So we'll probably get the special ability biosensor, which when a person gets to 130 morale, they get a +10 in like everything. It's useful, but not like, you know, the most useful thing ever. I know this one. This is the Raka, the main flagship of Londo Bell. It was put keeled down in 0091, not 81. That's a different thing. This is the main flagship of Londo Bell. It would keep being used up until the Dogo Skier was finished up in 93, I believe. The Dogo Skier being a former Titans battleship that was not really converted, but it hadn't been finished during the Titans. And it took them another 6 years to finish it because of all the lack of funding and whatnot. And once it was finished, it was basically adopted into Londo Bell and became the flagship. That one was focused in Unicorn. I don't know if Unicorn's in this one or if it's just CCA. It's entirely possible. Wouldn't be surprised if they actually went with Bell Torchica's Children, because the manga came out and the manga was super popular. And they're talking about animating it before Hathaway's Flash got greenlighted, but Hathaway's Flash is getting animated next year, so I imagine in the next Super Robot Wars we'll be getting Hathaway and all that kind of stuff. Though, Hathaway might be in this one as well, because I vaguely remember it being in one of the previous games. Because, like, people were complaining because I was calling the G instead of she. I was pronouncing it the Chinese way instead of the Japanese way. And by wife, he means Mirai from the original show and their two children, Hathaway and Kimura? It starts with a key. I forget. Actually, I think Kimura is that thing from Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's Gamora. I love how they're, you know, super casual about what amounts to a militia. You'd think they wouldn't be, you know, civilians get in the way of fighting and then killing people. Honestly, what I think story-wise is going to happen is there's going to be a rebellion in Neo Zeon. Oh god, Rue's in this. Fucking hell. And Astronology. Oh, and she gets the RAGZ in this one. That's interesting. But I imagine Londo Bell's, or not Londo Bell, Neo Zeon's going to break up between Glemmy and Char, or Char and Hamon. And then we'll have to choose a side on that one as well, and whoever wins, we like put them into power. So the RAGZ she mentioned is from CCA. It was originally piloted by, and Ellie's here as well, that's good. It was originally piloted by Amuro, but he got the new Gundam and it was given to Carla. And she was eventually killed in it, but it's a mass production model of the Zeta. Even at one point, the commander version of it uses a wooden AK. Yes, a giant robot wooden AK. They literally cut down a tree to make a gun for a mobile suit. Or, you know, it's fake wood. That's also possible as well. But Ellie was the... Oh god, Mondo's here. My lord. Ellie's the original pilot of the Mark II from Double Zeta. she took it after Emma was killed and they repaired it. This is Bicha. He's the commander of the Hyakushiki, and eventually took command of the Nahel Argama after it was stolen. Lino is the one who took over the Hyakushiki for a while. He literally does nothing. Mondo pilots the car. And Rue is the pilot of the Zeta originally, though in this one she is the REGZ, I guess. Rue is also 17 years old and dating the 14-year-old Judah. I don't know if it's happened at this point, but it happens eventually. So glad Easter's over. I had to spend all day with my freaking cousins. I have way too many of those hookers. Beach is a hell help. That's retarded. But Beacha and Ellie will eventually get married and being, well, I'm not quite sure if it's married or they're just like a domestic partnership or something. But they get together and do giant robot fights on the moon. It's Steel Sun. It's fairly interesting, though the book falls flat and their cameo literally feels like a cameo more than anything, and they're like supposed to be central plot characters. It's kind of retarded. But it was cool that they continued up on Double Zeta. Like, we know nothing of Lino or Mondo. They're just basically useless. So the gold paint on the Hyakushiki is not to just be gold. It's actually a beam reflective coating. It actually gives them a 15% protection against beams. Which is useful because the Hyakushiki has no shield. Because Char wanted to dodge things, and they never gave it a shield, though they should have. Because, you know, how to make the Hyakushiki better. Give it a shield that reflects beams as well. Or if you're into it, you can give it one of those shields that absorbs beams from the Amatsuki or something else. Hey, we have Yagans. I like Yagans. They're fun. Hey, we got Astronaugi as well. Oh god, why are you in a freaking... Then again, the Mark II is actually worse than the Yagan, so yeah. Oh, we got a chance to kill Mondo. My word. Wanted to do this for a while. Well, yeah. Hey, pirates can maintain their shit too. Just because they're pirates doesn't mean they can't. It's that they generally have other concerns and not enough money to do repairs. Repairs are fucking expensive. Like, you well played Battletech, you know that life. You end up spending like something like 60% of your income just repairing things you use to fight. That's why you want to take advantage of salvage. Okay, so we have to kill all enemies, but we have to defeat them by the end of the player's 4th turn, which means I'm definitely sure we're going to get some reinforcements in the next turn or so. So we have the Hyakushiki, big old shiny thing with its Hyakushiki rifle. It has a clay bazooka, which is basically a shotgun bazooka, and the rapid fire beam rifle. We have the RAGZ, which, if you're curious, the RAGZ can transform initially, but it can't transform back because transforming it requires a whole secondary section on the mobile suit. They had to put a GPS beacon on it because, you know, it kept getting lost, but the problem is because of Minovsky particles, it would get lost fairly commonly, so they'd have like 4 or 5 of them. We also have beam rifle and beam saber on our Yagans. And, oops. Astronaugi heals 1500 to all allies. That's useful. Vigor and trust. Also have cheer and foresee. Useful. What do you have? Oops. You have wall, gain. That one's super freaking useful. Though I usually use it on mic gain. If we use wall and focus together, we could kick ass. What do you have? Bicha, you have vigor, gain, and persist. Useful. Yeah, divide. Focus and flash. Ooh. And Lino. So I'll tell you this now. These 3 are probably never going to be used. I don't imagine using Bicha either, but if we can borrow his Hyakushiki, we might reuse that. Sometimes the game lets you do that, sometimes it doesn't. But, we have Bright over here with Excel, Bullseye, and Foresee. All incredibly useful. And then we have this guy, I'm not sure where he's from, but he has Snipe. That's also really useful. Usually I only saw that on Ida from X. You know, main character's love interest for like 3 episodes in Reconquista and G till you found out their horrible secret. Because I will remind you that that was a thing at one point. I should have moved Lino to here instead so he'd get support, but oh well. Alright, so I imagine these 3 will hit us. We're going to move past them, and these guys will move up as well. So we'll move past them to go after this guy. They'll attack us back on our turn, and likely we'll kill them there. These guys will move in. So we're going to focus on this guy next turn if we can. And then if we can focus on him, we could probably beat down this group without even trying. And then we could beat down this group pretty easily. Or this group over here, depends on who gets closer first. So, here's the weird thing about the Zeta, is there's actually 3 forms of mass production Zeta. There's the actual MP Zeta, which was incredibly expensive, so not really well used. It's in some of these games, but it's fairly rare. But it's literally just called the MP Zeta. There's the REGZ, which is the official version. It's also incredibly expensive and can transform. And then there's something called the Rizel, which is probably more known from Unicorn. That one's actually useful and was employed a lot by Londo Bell. Will it be included in this is the question, because they totally could, but I don't think they will. Also, if you're curious, originally at the end of the show, most of the group split ways. Judah and Rue went to the Jupiter Empire to be pilots to protect the ships, though they broke up about a month later, apparently. It's not really canon, but it's mentioned in the Idleon manga that was actually written by Tomino. I just noticed we don't have shield missiles on the Yegans, do we? They have 4 shield missiles. Yeah, Bicha and LA moved to the moon to do giant robot fights. And we never heard anything of Lino and Mondo, which it sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, so that's the clay bazooka, and this it appears to be a normal bazooka, but it actually fires a shell that explodes in midair and rains shrapnel down on your opponents. It was originally used, well, it was most well-known used by the Gamma Gundam or the Rick Diaz. The thing about that, though, is that it was also employed by the Sturm Diaz. Not the Sturm Diaz, the Sturm Dom, I believe it was called. The rebel version of the Dom used pretty late in the war. Or not pretty late in the war, after the war, I should say. And it was employed in there originally, and Char, Apolly, and Roberta, who were all Neo Zeon pilots, repurposed it a wee bit. Though that came out after, so the Dom was, not the Dom, the Rick Diaz was the original one to use it. Also, Mondo and Bicha are massive cowards who tried to defect to Neo Zeon halfway through the show and betrayed everyone. They got the chance to steal Glemmy's bow, which is basically the evil version of the Zeta, and probably my favorite suit ever. In the original version of Double Zeta, they actually did steal it, and it became Bicha's mobile suit, which was always the coolest thing for me, but as it turns out, Persist lasts through, right? But yeah, as it turns out, that was removed from the show, which kinda bothers the crap out of me, but oh well. It is what it is. A lot of stuff was removed from Double Zeta. So I want to kill this guy because he's going to go after the ship. So I guess I could have you beam rifle him. I think we've already seen this one, though. How do you know about that? Or did Judah run away and Camille and Fall followed him? Was that the thing? Okay, yeah. Yes, let's make a Xeon reference when you say Jupiter. Why not? What abilities do you have? You have focus, actually. So I'm gonna move you here. Have you beam saber this guy. Pop a focus. It's not gonna kill him, but I'm gonna have Beacha going for the kill. Yeah, you're useless. You should just give up. Because even if you surrender, the Jupiter Empire will still go on. Yeah, something did actually hit you. Good job for having eyes. And Vulcan cannons on this guy, because we can. My suit. It's like now on fire and shit. Okay, so I'm imagining all three of these guys will go after Ellie, which I might pop a wall if we have the SP. We won't, though, sadly. These guys will probably move down, so I'll have Lino and Rue take after them. And then I'll have Mondo, the Rock Hallam, and Beacha go after the people in the middle. Unless Ellie needs some support. Yeah, that's fine with me. Do I want to be a dick and have you for C? I'm gonna be a dick and have you for C. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Oh, I should have bullseyed instead. Ah, well. Oh, Cheeman. That's his daughter's name. So the thing about his daughter is, Hathaway gets his own special, is a biologist who turns terrorist, does a bunch of stupid shit, you know, that kind of mess. Daughter, we never hear anything about except for, you know, her fleeing for her life when Hathaway just commits, like, massive amounts of treason. Really? Oh, okay. To be fair, when you get hit by a massive mega particle cannon, it tends to happen. But yeah, so the son commits treason. No one really bothers her. Everyone finds out, it's a big deal. The daughter does anything, we never hear about it at all. It's just how it is, you know? I mean, the son could literally be part of genocide and no one would care. Eh, that's fine. I wasn't expecting too many 75 hits to go through. Oh, I could have showed you that attack, though. I think we've seen it before. So... Lino. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it's fine. Mondo. Can we have you go and beam saber this chap? Good on ya. Let's see... Volley. We could hit our own people. Could I kill you if I go and bullseye? Turn on the demo. No, we've seen this one before. Yeah. Yes, you're going to explode. It's going to be very sad. So, we're going to have Ellie go here. I'm going to have you go for the shot. I shouldn't because... Or, I should have you focus... I was trying to say focus and force C at the same time, and it didn't work out very well. I'm going to have her focus. Oh, Lord. I need a nap. Anyway. So we're gonna rapid fire beam rifle on this guy, not kill him. Meh, we'll do it anyway. So whoever this guy attacks at the end of his turn, we'll be able to kill. Oh yeah, just barely survived, the asshole. And then Beacha gets hit. Alright, so we're gonna... Whoops. That was weird. It was selecting end instead of attack. Or I could go after you. Yeah, so if this guy goes after the Raka, that'll be fine. We'll probably get the kill. I imagine this guy will go after one of these two. We'll get the kill there. And then these two will pull up, shoot at this guy. These two will pull up, shoot at this guy. And we'll have the Raka pull up and shoot at that guy if necessary. Yep, all I figured. Yeah, sure, you can tank the hit. As long as it's not going to dodge, that's fine. And we can turn on snipe as well. Thinking about it. Yeah, sure, Rue can get the kill. We have both the dodge ability and... Oh, and you're going after Bicha. That actually makes sense. He can't shoot back. Screws up my plans a little bit, but that's fine. Alright, so... We're going to go attack, make a particle cannon on you. We're going to bullseye. We're going to divide you. So we just get the standard RAGZ. Your attacks bloody suck, but whatever. You guys can watch the RAGZ stab a thing. So this is the standard RAGZ, it's not even the commander type. The commander type has larger fins and an antenna on the head, whereas this one has 2 antennas on the head. And it also has, you know, a wooden AK. Because, you know. Why not cut... when we're in an economic downturn and shit's on fire and the planet's falling apart, why not cut down about a dozen trees so that we could, you know, make a weapon? Hey, Raka! This is Raka. He was a sergeant in the Neo-Zeon military under Herman, and when he defects to Glemmy, he becomes something like Chief of Staff, or something like that. He's a very dangerous fighter and very, very skilled. Though he's not in the Zaku 3 in this one, which was his better suit. He uses a Dryzen, so I imagine when he comes back later, he'll be using the Zaku 3. And yes, his name in this is Rakan, or, you know, there's a couple of other things you can call him, but I call him Raka. So they got they got another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, we're going to do the easiest thing possible. We're going to pull you back. I'm kind of sad we lost the divider. I think we can get it back if we move into the ship, but I could be wrong. I'm going to try that, though, just to see if it happens. Because we can field a couple attacks from some draw Ds if necessary. And some Zissas, because they can't move and attack, remember. Yeah, and I want to try to kill them all before Raka does. They're glorified knocked off GMs. He's gonna put the... gonna put the fear of Ganya explodes. Nice. They're a wee bit young, you know. Don't call me young. Apparently, according to her story, she's about 30. August was that guy we murdered in the Mission 10. So the Raka is defeated. We've already got everything else. So... Plasma Sword, which is just a beam saber. Oops. The preview's still on. Yeah, I believe we've already seen all the hits for the Dryzen, right? Yeah, the Tri-Blades. Hey, who knows? We're gonna ace you eventually. I'd buy it. Gonna beam bayonet that guy. We don't need to do anything like that. Come on. I'll get it right one of these days. And of course, Saizo gets his ass kicked. As is tradition. I'm actually gonna have Fa go in for the arm beam guns on this guy, and... or not. Tobia, you're gonna go in for the beam saber on this guy. Kincaid doesn't have Excel, so he'll just go in for the brand marker on this guy. You're gonna transform and pull ahead to here. You're gonna beam gun on this guy. Yeah, it'll be fine. Also, they have more HP than before. By a little bit, not by much. We're gonna beam saber this guy just so we can see the animation. Oh. Butter. Fucking hell. Oh, damn it, critted. I was gonna move in to let somebody else get the kill, but that works. Boostache. Beam Saber. I don't think focusing on her would be pertinent. I love how they all just do about the same amount of damage for everything, but freaking Mondo. Or, Bicha. And yeah, you don't have Excel or anything like that, so just move you up, I guess. Sweet, good job. Oh. Well, I'm actually gonna wait. I'll see who gets hit and who doesn't. Yep. Oh, Lord Fa. Are you serious? I'm actually not gonna have him do that. I could, and it would be easy, but I'm not going to. And you have a support defend, so that should be alright. Nice. Probably shouldn't have focused on that one, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't really imagine them to be useful after, you know, this wave. As sad it is to say. Oops. You can't really do anything, so you'll have to take the 60. Luckily, she can repair, I think. You have a repair module? You do. I wasn't just making that up. Alright. That's been cleared. That's a kill. Oh, she got Bless. What does Bless do? Fortune. I really wish it would just tell us what those abilities did instead of, hey, it applies this effect to somebody. Like, great, that's what I need. I'm gonna have her eat the shot and I hope she lands. If not, I'll just make fun of Fall some more. Really? This is why I don't trust Fa to do literally anything. She's bad at everything. Alright, so I'm gonna have you transform into your normal form. You move to here, you're gonna long beam. You're gonna beam saber this guy. If I can hyper mega launcher you. Good. I wasn't thinking he would actually get the kill, but getting the kill's good. Do you have your VSBR yet? You don't. You need a bit more. So actually have you going for the kill here. Hopefully now he'll get the VSBR by the next mission. Or by the next turn. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we can handle those three with them, so I'll move Kincaid up to here, beam Zamba this guy. Yeah, he'll definitely have the VSBR by then. And then Judao, you're gonna move here. Shoot down the Draisen. Is this Raka-Khan? Alright, so we gotta be careful around him. But, alright, so I'm gonna have Mondo take him on. I'm going to have, Armando take on him. Damn it, don't get hit, you asshole. Gonna move you to here. You beam saber him. Damn it, quit getting hit. So what I was hoping for is to get Mondo up to here so we could have him there and then move Rue to right here so we could get a half off on this guy as well. But, oh well. Can we... We can boost dash with you. And we'll just move you right there, because these guys will take him out next round. And then these guys will take out this guy. I'm assuming Raka-Khan's gonna go for the Rock Hallam. Or Fa. Equal odds. I'd go after Fa if I was them. You know, take out the Methus. Or you could go after Judao. Persist. Bullseye. Oh, I thought he said he was going to fight ergonomics. I was like, how the fuck are you gonna fight size and design? But he said egomaniacs. It's a wee bit late in the evening for me. It's like, 7:30 in the evening. I should be asleep by now, But I decided to play this instead of go to sleep tonight, because I didn't want to screw up my schedule, but, yeah. I was too busy doing Easter things for the past few days, so I haven't been sleeping correctly. The infinite power of a salaryman! Hey, I've read those mangas. Salarymen are scary. Some of them are literally gods who decide to work for a company and work way too many hours for reasons. There I come. Let's grenade launch you just because we haven't shown off the grenade launcher yet. I can't see Raka actually joining us, so we wouldn't have to have, like, Beecha or Rue talk to him, would we? Or are we gonna have to do something weird to get Raka points, like have Judah and Rue right next to each other to do support attacks? I know they've done that before, but it'd be kind of a little bit odd. Alright, so... Oh, wait, you've already moved. I don't know why I did that then. Anyway. Well, first off, Beam, Saber. Yeah, you're gonna go in for the kill anyway. So... I'm gonna do something a little weird. So I'm not even gonna have you attack. I'm gonna have you move here, have you move here, and then have you move here. And so I can beam Zomba you and use focus. But we love freedom, except for we follow our orders, because that's definitely full of freedom and such. Also, every pirate in Gundam is the worst freaking pirate you'll ever meet. There's a line from Echo DCL, which is one of the side mangas that's not really considered canon, like, ever. That the line is literally something like, "We're pirates, why the fuck did you steal that?" Well, they didn't say fuck at the time. It was something else. But it's like, hey, we're basically career criminals. Why'd you do something that's patently criminal? I did it because it's in the job description? What do you expect? We're not freaking Maria Teresa. Eh. Fuck it. Kincaid, or Saizo. No, not Saizo. Should we... just to show off the missiles? Alright, and I'm actually gonna have Judah move down and beam saber this guy. It's not gonna kill him. How about long rifle? Will that kill him? Sadly, I've used all his abilities, so I can't. Never mind. Camille, you can have the kill then. Beam saber. Hyper mega launcher. There might be Rakakon points, and you probably get it for having Judah kill him, but oh well. Now, there's probably not Rakakon points, there's probably Neo Zeon points. And by not having Judah kill him, which he did explode there. I don't think he died, I think he ran away, but he did explode there. Twice, in fact. But, what I was gonna say is there's probably Neo Zeon points. So, by having Judah kill him, we're gonna, like, side with Hamon's Neo Zeon instead of Glemmy's or something like that. If Glemmy's a thing, it might be Char. Oh, okay. His suit is about to explode. So that's why he gets Suzaku 3 in the next battle. But, for the record, Char was originally supposed to be Glemmy, but CCA, the movie, got approved about the same time as Double Zeta was on episode 7, I believe it was. So they had to harshly rewrite the script and redo all the lines and everything very quickly. So you'll notice that Glemmy takes a lot of Char-like things in the first 15 or so episodes. That's kind of why Moon Moon was a thing. It was a filler that went on way too long. So originally it was supposed to be Char, and he could be like, I'm the son of Zeon Daikin, because everyone knows that after the speech at Dakar. And that rebellion would have made a lot more sense then. I may or may not be the bastard child of Girin. I mean, he did slap Judah at least twice. Most kids get it over about once. But he had to get Bright slapped twice. Fun. Does that mean we get a Dryzen? That would be badass if we stole a Dryzen. That's one thing I want them to do in some Gundam series sometime, like they did in IBO. Is literally just steal your opponent's mobile suits. It's like, oh shit, we only have 2 mobile suits. What do we do? Well, I just stole 2 of them, so we have 4 now. We can't really repair them, but if we have them stick up on the bridge of the ship and just shoot at them, that's 2 more guns we have. But anyway, folks, that'll be that. Like the episode if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. I am very, very tempted to go and upgrade the Gundam Mark II, because I'm pretty sure Judah's about to pull out the Double Zeta, and if this is anything like the previous games, the Mark II will get put off to Ellie, the Yegan will be put into storage, the upgrades from the Mark II will be carried over to the Double Zeta. So I might do that, but we'll talk about that next episode. Anyway, folks, good night.